This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper. Hope you guys are doing well, guys. We are midweek. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I don't know, my mic just like, but that's okay. Take a little bit of an elevator slide. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, we have some things to talk about today. I want to get after it. I am so excited. I don't know. I just like coming on here. I like talking. I like having conversations with people that just understand what's going on. So while I am going to take a sip, and I hope you guys are going to take a sip of your morning coffee, I got my Donkey. I know everyone was very much anticipating my morning Donkey because I haven't been getting morning Donkey. I've been going other places, supporting other businesses, but y'all were like, you gotta get the Donkeys. So that's exactly what I did. So guys, again, make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing the stream out with friends. We have a goal of 125 likes, 100 live viewers, so that way we could get Zesty out here. I feel like that is just a Zesty goal. It's something that we can do, and it's possible because we have to smash the like. Share the stream out with friends because YouTube doesn't, and comment in the chat and say good morning to me. Check out our lovely sponsors, both Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Links are in the live chat and in the description. Make sure to use code missteencrypto or code Zesty for 20% off of Market Cipher. So while I grab my beautiful people in the chat, let me slide up there. I want to say good morning again to everyone. Take a sip of your coffee. Let's get Zesty. And also, oh my gosh, I think I have to shout this out too before I forget. I'll do that right before the market recap. Right after I say good morning to you guys. Hold on. I got to pull this up. My heart was melted yesterday, guys. Absolutely melted. So I'll talk about that in a second as well. Ooh. We have Mr. Yeehaw. We have S-Dog, Randy, and Emma in the chat. We have All Set. Good morning to you, my friend Greg. Hi, Greg. Hi, Ray K. What's up, Brian? Nice to see you, Eric. Nice to see ya. Who else? Boom, ba-doom, doom, doom. Overboard. It's nice to see you, my friends. Hi. Alexandra G, my girl! We love Alexandra G on this channel. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. We also have Aaron. It's nice to see you. Shadow Trades. You did not miss anyone. You were here early. It's great to see you. Nice to see Rosk in the chat as well, guys. We have some people. We have Creighton in the chat. Now Dave Digital is going to come for me. I know what the deal is, but it's Creighton. He's just here. He's just here, and he didn't even give me a Vampire Diaries quote yesterday. So that was something that made me a little bit sad, but that's okay. Automatic Beats, it's nice to see you. What's up, True? Ask Miss Teen when Moon. Man, I can't tell you when Moon. I'm here to tell you about the charts and the levels we're at. I don't give financial advice. I'm here to keep calm and hoggle on and stay zesty. You know what I mean? We have Tom Allen in the chat as well. Smiley. Hi, Smiley, with the all caps, exclamation point, fire, rocket emoji. I love that for you, Smiley. Thank you for your hype in the chat. Mr. Strap is here as well. Hello, my friend. It's always great to see you. Crimson. M2, it's great to see you as well. Andy S says, Duncan uses a light roasted bean. It is a light roasted bean. I feel like a light roasted bean. I need a fan in here. It is hot. Norwegian Ape, it's nice to see you as well. John Foster, say hello to Emma for me. I know Emma was in here yesterday. Oh, speaking of Emma, where's Emma? Where's Emma Foster? Not Emma, my sister Emma. Where's Emma Foster? Is she in the chat? Is she in the chat? I need to say happy birthday to her. Echo Moo to you. Emmett, nice to see you. Joshua V, hello. Joshua V is amazing. He's a great supporter of the channel. John Legend, it's great to see you. David, what's up? We have Crypto Surfer as well. Oh, gosh, it's Gary.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Thank you, fam. We also have Mrs. Crimson. Morning, dear. No coffee this morning, but still always lovely to hear you. Well, thank you, Mrs. Crimson. I hope if you don't have a coffee, you have a nice green tea or something that's going to warm your heart. We have Chad as well. Honda Man, it's great to see you. I thought you were, what was the other name? Stop loss. I thought you were stop loss, Honda Man. What happened? Chris Allen, it's nice to see you. Dream Tanks, hello. John Jermaine, hello. Michael, hi to you. Lazarus, what's up? All right, guys. Gary, he said Mrs. Gensler. Who's Mrs. Gensler? Listen, if you're I can't have another fiance. I have too many. So we got to like lower this number a little bit. Guys, we have things to talk about. We have things to break down. I have some interesting bank news that I think you guys will actually get a kick out of. That's a funny. Oh, you know what? I got you confused. So you're still Honda man. All right, I got you. Listen. Oh, hi, Crypto Surfer. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. I'm like all over the place. We have things to talk about. I'm just very excited. I'm very hyped. I hope you guys all took a shower as well, because I know this is something we talked about yesterday. Crimson's girlfriend, a soft hi, how are you to you? Hope you're doing well. And also, I don't know where Emma Foster is, but John, you could clip this for her, timestamp it, whatever. Happy birthday, Emma Foster! Got to pimp it up for Emma Foster's birthday. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you and your dad's support. I think you're awesome, and I hope you keep educating your crypto self and just prosper and be happy. So thank you for joining, and thank you for always being zesty. So shout out to Emma Foster, even though I'm not sure if she's in the chat right now. Sending you love. Liberty and Trust, hello. Made my day right there. Listen, it's just a thing now. Like, it's just like someone comes in the chat, they say I'm their fiance, and what am I supposed to do? Oh, Honda Man and Honda Land. Stop Loss is here. He said Honda Land is the other name. Oh, okay. See, I told you I got it confused. So Honda Man and Honda... Got you. I hope you forgive me. Stop Loss. I hope you forgive me. Happy birthday, Emma Foster, again.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, and there's a super chat for it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday, Emma Foster.
Yay!
Birthday cake, party popper, party face.
Honda Man. Oh, they're having conversations. When rant very soon. Let's talk about the banks because, right before we talk about the banks, I'm sorry, I'm lying. Guys, please look at this really quick. This is posted by Roland. Roland in the chat. I'm not sure if he's here yet today. As you guys are smashing these likes, sharing the stream out, friends, because you're amazing people. Guys, Roland posted this yesterday, and my heart freaking melted. Breakfast time watching missteencrypto with the babies. With the babes. With the little babies. So cute. So cute. Thanks for keeping us entertained in the morning at Miss Teen. She dances every time you play Pump It Up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
I don't know. I saw this and my heart absolutely melted. And that's why I retweeted it. And I said, this is why I do what I do. Just to educate the younger generation, educate the young ones. And it's just so cute. Like, I can't look at the pajamas. The Calvin Klein PJs. I want those PJs. They're so cute. I was telling my dad about it yesterday. Guys, that is so cute. That is everything to me. That's really why I do what I do. So everyone of all ages can watch this show. That's why I bleep out the and, just keep it clean. Because I'm just really grateful to have an audience like this. Like, this is everything to me. Absolutely everything. It means the whole world. So shout out to Roland. Shout out to the babies watching Miss Ween every day. Oh, I love being Miss Ween. Patrick, thank you for the roses. Kayla, thank you for the roses as well. Keeping it zesty. Go off, Kayla. Kill the game, Kayla. Kill the game. Patrick, that's because you're real. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be real. I'm not AI boop, beep, bop, boop. You know what I mean? Listen, guys. We got the markets. We're jumping into that now because, again, I have the spiciest bank news, and you guys are gonna giggle wiggle. Trust me, you're gonna giggle wiggle. Right, Gary? Right? Gary, you don't keep it clean. You like your rom-coms, which get a little dicey sometimes. The scenes get a little dicey in the rom-coms. So what do you have to say for yourself? Now, we do have the crypto markets. Let's jump in. Smash these likes, share the stream out, friends. 125 likes, 100 live viewers. You know the vibe. All right. We have some things going on. Really nothing crazy. Boopity boop.
Damn!
Past hour. She doesn't look that cool either. Like, it's just sideways trading yet again. So we're going to go check in on Bitcoins because she is at a resistance right now. $27,140, guys. This is the resistance. We just fell below it. Let's talk about it. We're at $27,140, down 0.91%. Extremely volatile. I know. These TradFi bros are losing their noodles today. Well, what I do know is that we have a spike down in the VWAP, which of course makes sense as to why we're having this downward action. We also know that we have a slight dip in money flow, and it seems like this is a neutral zone where both the bulls and the bears, they're not really doing much. They're being little lazy beans, and they need to pick it up.
Pump it up. You got to
Pamp it up. Oh yeah, pamp it up. pamp it up. We also know that the RSI is taking a little bit of a dip-or-do here, and we're still in bullish territory, but not by much. So I want you guys to watch out for that as well. We know that the 200-day SMA has been something we've been fighting for. Let's zoom in. We do know that we've been battling with 27.1, which is where we're at now. We fell below this resistance. That's exactly at 27,185, or $40 below this resistance. We also know that our daily low for today, again, so far, is 26,968. So we're struggling with 27K. Yesterday, we were watching what was going on, and again, struggling with 27K again. It's just something that, again, the sideways trading is ridiculous. I am over it. Goodbye. What we do know for sure is that we're not happy, is that we want price action. We want this volume down here to come in, and we want to hit that 200-day SMA, which is at 28K. Now, here's the thing, my friends. Could we, take this level right here, bounce off, and go right up? Absolutely, we can. It's just a matter of what Bitcoin feels like doing today, because sometimes she gets feisty, she gets emotional. Remember, she's a teenager, 14 years old. What were you going through at 14? A lot of emotions, I feel. Same thing with Bitcoin. Haters, lovers coming at her. She doesn't know who to pick, what to do. She just wants a rose or something. She needs to feel comfortable. And she will feel comfortable when she's above that 200-day SMA. She keeps rejecting it. It's like a guy on Snapchat in middle school that's hitting you up, asking you to go for pizza. And you're like, I don't know if I want to go to pizza with you. And then finally, when you hit that 200-day SMA like Bitcoin, it's like that girl who's like, all right, you know what? I'll go get pizza with you, man. That's exactly what it's like. I know I just got a little bit philosophical here, but we're moving on to Ethereum. $1,573 Ethereum, up 0.38%, so slightly in the green. We see that we have the VWAP that's making an interesting move, spiking up while Bitcoin is spiking down, which is something I like to see. So a little bit of independent movement in terms of Ethereum. We do have a decrease in money flow, a spike down with that momentum, and the RSI, I believe, is oversold. It's under the third. Where is this? 18. We're oversold with. Oh, dang. We're oversold with the RSI. And we know, guys, when we are oversold, right here, we were oversold as well in September. We had a nice little pump after that. And guys, we're in oversold again. So things are getting really interesting in terms of the RSI. So usually when we are oversold, that's indicative of an incoming uptrend. And we do see that we're seeing a little bit of green today, bouncing off this 1550 resistance that we have. That kind of turned support, right? We tapped this level here on September 12th. We bounced above it for Ethereum. And now we tested it yesterday and today, and we're bouncing right off of it, which is a good sign. Hopefully, we could bounce up to 1630, get beyond 1630, and head up to 1708 or 1702. That's our next point that we want to get to, and we want to smash through that, get to our 200-day SMA. You know the vibe. You absolutely know the vibe. Now, we also know that we want that volume to come in as well, but that's just a whole other story. Let's move on. We're going to Litecoin because she's the right coin. We love Litecoin because she's so beautiful. $62 Litecoin. I don't enjoy what the price action is doing, but I do enjoy what Litecoin does. We'll talk about her in a minute. There was an article published trying to low-key FUD out Litecoin, which there's narratives, guys. When you read an article, you have to break it down. Before I rant about that article, look at what Litecoin's doing. Kind of the same as Ethereum, where that RSI, she's that VWAP, she's pamping. We also know we have a decrease in money flow, that spike down that we have here in momentum. We also know that we are slightly in bearish territory here with the RSI spiking down. So we have just a little bit of just weird things happening. Again, increase in the VWAP, which usually says price go up, green candle, but then we also have the RSI battling the VWAP and saying, hey man, I'm not vibing. So we're gonna have to see what happens there. Again, $62 Litecoin, she's spectacular. She's still beautiful. The thing is, I look at $62 Litecoin and I'm like, all right, we break below 58, 59 bucks, then where are we going next? And that kind of brings us back to the $44 lows that we saw during nap time of June of 2022 with Litecoin. Hopefully, I guess things turn around here for Litecoin. Again, imagine stacking these, man. I want to stack. Then we have, again, volume needs to come in, get beyond 63, 64 bucks, go to 67, 200-day SMA. You guys know the vibe. I just really hope that Litecoin pumps it up a little bit. We need some Litecoin love. Guys, show some Litecoin love in the chat. We see here that we have below 6-cent Doge, which again, scary emoji, not really fond of that. We're looking for the Oshish level to come next, which is literally just at 5 cents from June of 2022. So we're looking at some levels that just don't look that cute. Hopefully we pump it up. We get some volume here with Doge. We're seeing on market Cipher that we have a decrease in money flow. VWAP wants to go up, and the RSI is spiking as well, and technically isn't oversold. So there could be an incoming uptrend with Doge, but again, you never know. Keep calm, hoggle on, and freaking stay zesty, guys. Stay zesty. Make sure you pump it up.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
We've been seeing a lot of things going on, guys, and let me just tell you. I'm not happy. What? 1,000 Litecoin. Oh my gosh, I thought I read that wrong. I was like, what is going on with 1,000 Litecoin? I got a little crazy there. Sheesh, man. Listen, the banks, there's no reason to trust them. And the only reason that people do is that they're used to it. Let's get real. I talk to people all of the time of all ages, and the same answer every time. Why don't you use Bitcoin? Why don't you go towards a different type of digital money that maybe you can own? They're like, oh, because the bank has my money insured. We saw that there was Truist Bank, where a business, a family, woke up with $270,000 taken from their bank account. Someone with a random IP address decided to take all their money. Obviously, they thought they could get it back. Of course, there's FDIC insurance. $250K is supposed to have you covered. Well, unfortunately for this family, still, they're missing $240K out of the $270 that they lost. This obviously impacts their business. They obviously know now with the article that we read that they know they're just a number. That's all the banks view you as, is just a number. We know that we're all human, that we rely on these services to be able to buy things, provide for our families, invest in things that we feel are worth something. But clearly the banks, they know that they could prevent you from investing in what you want to invest in. They know that they could shut down your bank account today or money just goes missing, and I guess you're just beat. Because their families aren't impacted. The people that are running these banks, printing the money, they just get to chill in their yachts, in their mansions, have the best quality everything while we're sitting here suffering. We've been seeing a lot of banks having issues. And now, here's the thing. I'm sure you guys have never heard of it before. Fairfax Co., their police warns residents about bank jugging. What the actual sheesh is bank jugging? This is another new scheme that people are doing to take money from the banks. Across the country, we have law enforcement seeing a rise in a type of robbery known as bank jugging in the D.C. region. Fairfax County Police sounding the alarm on the crime. This involves criminals who follow someone who has left a bank or ATM with the hopes of stealing the money the victim withdrew. And the county has seen 10 cases this year so far. They break into cars and sometimes even just opening the car door and going inside and taking that money. In the most recent case, there was a suspect that went to great lengths. He punctured the tire of a man who went into a local bank. Once the man drove off, the suspect started following him, knowing the driver would stop and the tire would need to be changed. That suspect had followed him, the victim, and approached him as a good Samaritan, saying, "Hey, I can help you fix the tire." The robber went into the man's car, stole the $9,500 that he had just taken out of the bank. While bank jugging incidents in the country have not included violence or a person being forced to hand over the cash, those types of cases have been reported elsewhere in the country. So this is a new way of people robbing you, is that they see you walking into a bank, they'll slash your tires while you're inside, know you're coming out, you're going to drive away, go home, and that, oh, you have a flat tire, so you're going to have to go pull over and get that fixed. They'll come up to you, "Hey, I got you, dude. I'll help you with your tire." Then go in your car, take your money, and leave. Bank jugging. Have you guys ever heard of bank jugging? Like, this is like the craziest thing I've ever heard. And it seems like, again, they want to scare people into not going to the banks, which pushes them into a digital money. Oh. CBDCs, no. Yeah, that's actually pretty wild. So again, bank jugging, if you guys are new to that, Fairfax County, D.C., you're seeing it all over the country. You go into a bank, you go to the ATM, you're going to come out, and someone's waiting for you, either slashing your tires, waiting by your car, or just waiting for your person to leave the place so that they could take their money, your money, from you. And who's held accountable? Oh, I guess they just get away with it because I don't see any type of arrest happening here. And it's not just DC, it's happening all over the country. So if you do go to a bank, an ATM, you're withdrawing cash, please look around, be careful. And also, what fixes this? Bitcoin, digital money that no one can take from you. No one can go up to you and say, give me your Bitcoin. They can't. Oh, wow. It's just actually insane. It blows my mind, like the things that I hear, like bank jugging, like who, what, where, when, why. I got jugged? Yeah, Cancel Papa. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's very weird. Hi, Xander. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Banks are blockbuster dinosaurs. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Guys, we have 69 likes. That's so special. We have 81 people watching. Guys, let's pamp it up. Let's get those 100 likes, 100 live viewers. Now, we know that Litecoin, oh yeah! Litecoin is so zesty. So I have an article to talk about it. The thing is that this article is skewed and I don't like how it's written. I don't. And it seems like, again, you read things, it doesn't matter if it's crypto, mainstream news, you always have to know that there's probably a narrative that is infiltrating that article. And you have to kind of put on like your critical thinking goggles and be like, okay, I'm reading this article. Let me question everything that it says. This headline already throws me off because it says Litecoin celebrates 2 milestones as it struggles to hold relevancy. Now, we knew we threw a party for the Litecoin halving. It was very fun over the summer. Now, I feel like we're going to talk about the Litecoin birthday that's happening on Friday. Litecoin is turning 12 years old. Hype for Litecoin. The thing I don't understand is why this article is saying that it's still struggling to be relevant. The reason why it made an article, the reason why they're talking about the Litecoins is because there was a win, including that in 2023 alone, Litecoin has seen over 51 million transactions, surpassing last year's total of $39 million. Listen, they're like the project's native token, read this article and put Bitcoin's name instead of Litecoin. Would they say the Bitcoin did this and like the Bitcoin's native token? Like, no, they don't write that. They're like, oh, Bitcoin did this many transactions. This is what it did this year. They're not talking about, oh, the native token is struggling to stay relevant. Litecoin is like Bitcoin, so talk about it that way. Litecoin is actually the longest running blockchain with no downtime. Bitcoin's gone down twice. The last time it went down was, I think, 2013. So at the same time, Litecoin shouldn't be something that they're saying is struggling to stay relevant. Again, 51 million transactions so far in 2023. It's not even over yet, surpassing last year's 39 million transactions. Let's not also, Blockworks, talk about how when the meme coins were popping off on ETH and when ordinals were popping off on Bitcoin, who was processing all the transactions? Where were people going? It was Litecoin. And speaking of little Gary Gensler in the chat, he was a big fan of Litecoin. Back in 2018, 2019, he said multiple times, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum are all commodities and not securities. So we already know that Litecoin is the best coin for payments. You could build on Litecoin with OmniLite. You also have Litecoin MWeb, Mimble, Wimble, extension, blocks that give you that fungibility, that give you that privacy, that enhances what sound money and cash is. Paying less than a penny in fees.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's freaking go.
You're welcome.
Heart, a little sparkle of joy for my favorite gal. Heart,
I love sparkles of joy in Litecoin.
0.500000000 LTC.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. LA Knight, give it to me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you for the half a Litecoin. I feel beautiful now. I feel beautiful. Everywhere where Bitcoin is listed, Litecoin is listed. If you're moving millions of dollars or $1, what would you rather use out of Bitcoin, ETH, and Litecoin? Obviously, Litecoin. You don't need a Lightning Network with Litecoin. You don't need to do things off-chain with Litecoin because it's just built for this. It's able to scale. And Charlie Lee knew all of this while he was creating Litecoin. So we do know that there was the 180 millionth transaction with Litecoin, which was also amazing. So go off Litecoin, killing the game. I'm proud of Litecoin. I think Litecoin's extremely underrated. I think it's probably the best tech in crypto. And people like to deny it because, oh, the price doesn't move. Or, oh my gosh, guys, crypto's inevitable. In my eyes, if Bitcoin's inevitable, so is Litecoin. There's going to be a shortage of Bitcoin. And that's what people don't understand, is that there will be banks that are going to fail. It's all going to happen at once. That's how everything happens. Don't you notice over the past 4 years, everything is just event after event and bombarding you until you can't think and you don't know what to do or where to go. Banks are failing. Let's get real, guys. Banks are failing. The people like Gary Gensler, they don't care about you. You're just a number. You're just a social security number. What you have to know is that Bitcoin is something that you can't get taken away from you. You could send, receive, anytime you want, anywhere you want. Thing is, the banks don't like that. The banks get emotional because they know they're just
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
There is Paul Tudor Jones, which is, again, a hedge fund manager that is doubling down on Bitcoin as a recession looms. And what I find funny on these channels is like, oh, we're not in a recession. Recession who? Recession what? Guys, you changed the definition of a recession. They'll always tell you there's a recession when, oh, we just went through a recession. We just did the... Guys, the news, it's so hard to watch. But Paul Tudor Jones, again, they're a hedge fund manager, billions, trillions, whatever it is. They are here. They're saying that they love Bitcoin. The billionaire told CNBC that the U.S. is likely to slip into a recession the first quarter of 2024. He said, quote, I would love gold and Bitcoin together. I think they'll probably take on a larger percentage of your portfolio than they would historically because we're going to go through both a challenging political time here in the U.S. and we've obviously got a geopolitical situation. It comes amid what Tudor Jones said might be the most threatening and challenging geopolitical environment that he's ever seen, adding that the U.S. is probably in its weakest fiscal position since World War II. Hedge against the banks, hedge against the wars, hedge against inflation. Don't you guys see what's going on here? If this guy, Paul Tudor Jones, the billionaire, is saying that he loves Bitcoin and gold together and it's going to be a larger percentage of your portfolio, I mean, who else are you going to listen to, you TradFi bros that are waiting for your confirmation to feel relevant? We know that de-dollarization is a global effort by BRICS countries. India, China, they're already doing trades in their own native currencies because they know that the US dollar, one, the value is diminishing, and that people are losing respect for the United States, as well as our power diminishing throughout the world. We know that once people see that banks are shutting down, that their dollar purchasing power is diminishing day by day, they will go and get Bitcoin or gold. But you know that you can't travel with gold. You know that it's too heavy, that someone's going to steal it from you. At least with Bitcoin, you have your private keys in your head. You could carry them on your person. You have a device on your person where you can send and receive money. People are going to run to exchanges, OTC, and say, give me some Bitcoin so I know I have something that belongs to me. And what's going to be the problem? We've seen it already in the past. Whenever there's a pump or a crash with Bitcoin, the exchanges shut down. Why? Because they're not telling you they don't have the supply. These exchanges are struggling now to support people that are buying crypto. Just imagine when the world is realizing that we need Bitcoin. There's going to be a shortage. People are going to buy OTC Bitcoin for extra on top of what the market value is just to get their hands on this. They know it's digital property. They know it's money. They know it's a store of value all at the same time. We know also that once Bitcoin has a shortage and once people are wondering, what do I buy next? That's when things like Litecoin come into play. Something else that you could send, receive, that's feasible. Don't you guys see where all the dots connect? We see that all the central banks, they're not stacking US dollars. They're not stacking the Chinese yuan. They're stacking gold. And they're probably still buying Bitcoin without even telling you. They're stacking gold because they know fiat is worthless. And they know that at any point there's going to be a full global financial collapse that is probably going to be sparked by war. And we all know it's planned because the Bank for International Settlements, they're a group of unelected central bankers that control 95% of the global economy. So these are all just global people all over the world, here, there, there, and there. They're going to plan these things for economic demise. And the reason why they're creating CBDCs, why they're creating a lot of this geopolitical bullshit, is because they know that their money is going to zero. And they know that once the money goes to zero, then what are they going to do? They have to distract people somehow from the economy, and that's going to be with violence. That's going to be with all of this war that we're going through right now. Not to say that this was fueled by money or anything like that, but another instance, if you guys know what I mean. Basically, all wars are banker wars. It's all about money at the end of the day. So why they don't want Bitcoin is because if the money goes back to the people, then people make the decisions, and we're not going to fight with each other anymore. We're just going to be peaceful. Bitcoin is the most peaceful revolution, period. There's no weapon you have to pick up to defend Bitcoin like you do to defend fiat. Just remember that. I just wanted to go through that really quick, talk about the banks, talk about like this absolute sheesh that's going on, because it's just something that hurts my heart. And I just wanted to make sure that we cover it. We talk about it. We have 102 people watching. We have 90 likes. Let's pamp it up to 100 likes and get 125 live viewers and 125 likes too. That would be absolutely amazing. Now, crypto on cloud can be censored, not Bitcoin. Bitcoin can't be inflated like fiat. Exactly, Dusty. Exactly. Now, let's talk about Caroline Ellison. I know I did a poll yesterday. I know I'm doing a poll today. Who is better? SBF because he's a stud. Or Caroline, a baddie. Am I right? She's a baddie. Or Emma because she's just here. So make sure you guys throw in a vote on that poll. We do see Caroline Ellison. Look at this baddie. She's killing the game. She's killing the game. Oh, shoot.
A key witness in the FTX fraud trial arrived at a New York City court on Tuesday to testify against founder Sam Bankman Fried. Caroline Ellison was the chief executive officer of Bankman Fried's hedge fund Alameda Research, and at one point, his girlfriend. Ellison testified on Tuesday that the former crypto mogul directed her and others to defraud customers of his FTX exchange by taking their money without their knowledge. She portrayed Bankman Fried as a very ambitious person who had no qualms sharing misleading financial information with lenders. She also said he became preoccupied with a rivalry with another crypto exchange, Binance, and thought he had a chance of one day becoming president of the United States. During nearly 3 hours of testimony, Ellison said the hedge fund she ran, Alameda Research, had systems set up for using FTX customer money. And she testified that Alameda took some $10 billion in FTX customer funds to repay debts and make investments. Ellison said her former boss, quote, was the one who set up these systems that allowed Alameda to take the money, and he was the one who directed us to take customer money to repay our loans.
Caroline Ellison, shots fired. Bam. Sam Bankman Fried absolutely wrecked. Now, we know that Caroline Ellison, she's not like, for a lack of better words, the brightest or the strongest tool in the shed, right? Or the brightest star in the sky, if you know what I mean. She needed to get some reality thrown at her a little bit, like boom. Boom, boom. She's got a little bit of an issue here. Why? Because she was the CEO of Alameda Research. She was the ex-bay of SBF. She testified that she committed fraud at the direction of her ex-boyfriend, Sam Bankman Fried, who was living with her. They lived together. Apparently there was like a little canoodling, to say the least, between Caroline, SBF, and the rest of their friends that lived together. It was weird. Prosecutors, they began by questioning Ellison, asking her if she committed the fraud, and she said yes. We know she pled guilty to fraud and conspiracy charges last year, and she said she committed them at the direction of SBF. She said, I sent balance sheets at the direction of Sam that made Alameda's balances look less risky to investors. She had taken funds from FTX to make it look like its own investment. She was borrowing customer funds. She said SBF said to use the funds but keep the money on FTX to meet customer withdrawal requests. She said a lot of this money went to loans to members of SBF's inner circle, with funds going towards investment and political donations. She said she didn't feel good about it. Ellison said she would ultimately defer to Sam when it came to everything. He thought it was important to separate Alameda and FTX more optically. She spoke about the essentially unlimited line of credit Alameda had at FTX. She said SBF was the one who set up the systems. So a lot of this, again, is pretty wild, because she's saying that she had no idea any of this was wrong. SBF told her to do it and she did it, but doesn't that make her complicit? Of course it does, because she pled guilty to fraud, all of these charges that obviously we know are very important to. So fraud, conspiracy, all of that.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
BTC is your first love. I intend to be your last, no matter how long it takes. TVD. Also only one fiancé here. You wanted the ring. You asked for the ring in chat. That's how we met. It's due. I have witnesses.
What? What are you talking about? Creighton.
Damn!
What are you talking about, Creighton? What are you talking about? You're just trying to start drama. You're trying to claim me, so that way, all the other fiancés are gonna leave now. Now I'm gonna have 0 fiancés, and because you're gonna get bored, you're gonna be like, see ya. Then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be left alone, Creighton. You know I have trust issues. Freaking Creighton. And Dave Digital already making fun of me. I can't believe this. We're really gonna have issues, Creighton. Thank you for the TVD quote. I needed that. I asked for it. But dang, man. Freaking Creighton. You guys see what I'm talking about here? Caroline Ellison pleaded guilty to fraud, conspiracy, saying, I lived with SBF, he was my lover. But I'm throwing him completely under the bus, saying I gave him an unlimited line of credit. Once you put money into FTX, it went to Alameda. If he wanted a loan from Alameda, he just took it. And he gave it all to his friends, his inner circle, and political donations. Do we really think that Caroline Ellison was blind, that she really didn't know what she was doing? Absolutely not, because we've seen this clip of her so many times where she's saying that she barely used math. She was using elementary school math and couldn't really think of a time where she lost a lot of money, or maybe she shouldn't jump into it. Let's see what she said, remember?
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important. We tend not to have things like stop losses. I think those aren't necessarily a great risk management tool. I'm trying to think of a good example of a trade where I've lost a ton of money. Well, I don't know. I probably don't want to go into specifics too much with that.
Ring, 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 ring.
That was like raining diamonds. Thank you. I appreciate it. She knew exactly what she was doing. You guys said her knees were messed up? Yeah, she looks a little pasty. Listen, I'm very white too, so I can't really make fun, but she was very pasty. She was spending too much time indoors with SBF doing gosh knows what. They were even saying that she was mentally impaired because they were literally maybe taking some substances. We know SBF, he's on the Adderalls. He has all these depression medications because he's a little bit out there and he has some issues, which again, I'm not making fun of. He has issues, got to take care of the issues, but he, again, not mentally there. aware. He knew that FTX wasn't okay. Caroline Ellison, she's saying that she didn't even use stop losses, that she uses elementary school math, and she didn't even need her math degree in order to run Alameda research, that she shouldn't really think of a time where she lost a lot of money because maybe that's just for time for another podcast. Guys, she knew exactly what she was doing, which is, again, why she pleaded guilty to fraud and conspiracy. And I think it's pretty unfortunate that SBF, he basically set this girl up and they decided to run this stuff together. And she just said, nah. This guy, get him out of here. Throw him right under the bus. So, I don't know. I don't really buy Caroline's story. She's saying that she did all of these things, yes, but she's not saying that she did them on her own merit and she knew it was wrong. She's saying, oh, but SBF told me to do it, which I think is like pretty sad. We do know what got interesting yesterday is that Ellison said that Alameda took money for whatever they wanted. Again, she said, we were in a fairly risky situation. She cited personal loans to SBF, Gary Wang, and former director of engineering Nishad Singh, totaling upwards of $5 billion. She testified that SBF wanted to make an additional $3 billion of venture investment from Alameda into various companies and asked her to run an analysis of potential risks. She showed that there was a 100% chance that Alameda would be unable to fulfill its liabilities. So, again, Ellison knew, but she didn't sound the alarm, which, again, is her fault. We then came to find out, again, unlimited line of credit with FTX, Alameda, just giving out loans to SBF, $5 billion to SBF, Gary Wang, the other guy, Nishad Singh. It's just really sad. What else that a lot of people didn't know is that SBF wanted to shut down Alameda Research back in 2022. Concerns around the actual relationship of Alameda and FTX, it says right here, quote, SBF blamed it and said, for the past few years, the FUD around Alameda's relationship with FTX has been too much of a burden to justify its existence. A post from an unpublished series revealed in the trial show. The FUD has been largely spread by competitors of FTX looking to distract from their problems. He hoped to continue Alameda as an investment firm and infrastructure developer, but claimed that Alameda wouldn't actively trade. Going forward, Alameda will continue not to do nefarious trading on FTX because it won't do any trades on FTX or anywhere else. So there you go. They wanted to close Alameda Research because they knew that things were messed up and they wanted to try to blame it on someone maybe like CZ Binance, a competitor. Oh, they're fudding us. No, you're just committing fraud. And it's actually very sad that, again, these people aren't in jail right now. Charges made, thrown away because they need to be held accountable. They knew what they were doing, but they still lived their lavish life. They still had their luxurious places in the Bahamas. We know that SBF's parents got paid big money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, had properties put in his parents' names when it was supposed to be under the business. The political donations are seldom brought up here. Why weren't these donations given back? Alameda's valuation, which also wasn't included in this article, was negative $2 billion. And why is that? Because they were not held accountable. All the while, Gary was having backdoor meetings with SBF. None of this was brought up. None of it was seen. Meanwhile, Gary Gensler did know CZ Binance still continues to come after them. Approved Coinbase for an IPO, still coming after them, which I think is bull. Anyway, theater. This is even theater. So let's stop it. Let's cut it. And this is all a distraction. I'm telling you right now. What we need to know is that the blockchain still works, that Bitcoin still works, and that this has absolutely nothing to do with crypto. It has everything to do with fraud and trying to shine a bad light on a space that he wanted to take over and change. Federal bit license, guys. Don't forget SBF's real plan. Take away peer-to-peer transactions, which he couldn't do anyway, and make sure they impose a test so you, and on top of KYC, to get onto exchanges. They want to take everything away from you and kill DeFi. That's what he needs to be held accountable for. All the insider madness and scheming that he was doing with Gary Gensler and all these people that they're not even telling you about. Why isn't Gary Gensler in court? Why isn't he testifying about all the things that he knew about? Gary Gensler knew. did he say that SBF and was running an illegal exchange with securities, unlicensed securities exchange, saying that FTT was a security. Still to this day has not said one thing about FTT.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Creighton, I'm spicy
Wait,
right
did
now.
Mike just propose? We are all waiting for an answer in chat. So much drama. Saw that look. You're thinking about it. We need answers. Dave Popcorn me. Love triangle. This is so TVD.
This is so TVD. That's very nice that you guys I don't know if that was a proposal or not. I really don't. But it seems as though there's some sort of battle going on here. A love triangle is very much Vampire Diaries, except it's not two brothers, thank gosh, because that I think is a little bit too messy. But yeah, I guess we're doing okay here. Gary trying to make backdoor jokes. Come on, bro. You're busy on this chat. Yes, you are. You are busy, Gary, because you're a huckster, fraudster, scam artist, Ponzi scheme. I don't know if that was a proposal. I know that was just a ring. Listen, I think diamonds are overrated. I want a nice gem. I want a gem on my ring. It could be a nice little emerald. It could be a zoltanite, which is my top. I know the jeweler I even want my ring from. I'm crazy. I know the jeweler I want my future ring from. I want, dude, you have no idea. I know what ring I want. Exactly, I know what I want. And it's not a diamond. It's a zoltanite. It's, probably one of the best gems you'll ever find in the world. And there's barely any of it anymore. So that's my plan. I know the specific jeweler. But yeah, I think diamonds are overrated. But I do appreciate the ring, Silver Chat. I think it's very nice. I think Apple should get zesty with the ring. Replace it with a different gem. Let's get real out here. You want a birthstone? Zoltanite is not a birthstone. But I like emeralds. I like tanzanites. Listen, I'm a gemmer. I know gems. So I know my stuff. I know my stuff. We're moving on because this is besides the point, my engagements. JP Morgan, oh my God.
Oh my God.
JP Morgan, oh, they think they're getting spicy. JP Morgan, oh, they could just do whatever they want, frolic in the fields, pick a little flower, sniff it, then crush it because they're evil. JP Morgan, they're debuting a tokenized BlackRock share as collateral with Barclays. So we know JP Morgan is all up the wazoo with tokenization. They've had their own JPM coin since 2019, making sure that they are able to do some interbanking stuff pegged to the dollar. Then they came out with another tokenized deposit token, literally a deposit token. So that way you could have US dollars, you could have euros, and send them with institutions, or regular people could use this one. JPM coin was more for institutions. This deposit token is basically a deposit against the commercial bank, and it's controlled. It's something, again, you don't have an option over. We know that Citigroup did the exact same thing, has their own deposit token. Again, a tokenized deposit against a commercial bank. We now know that JP Morgan is debuting a tokenized BlackRock share as collateral with Barclays. So Jamie Dimon comes out and says Bitcoin is a decentralized Ponzi scheme, that crypto is garbage, that everything about it is terrible except for distributed ledger technology, which, again, when it's according to Bitcoin, it's not good. But when it's associated with JPM coin or their deposit token or their tokenized BlackRock shares, it's okay. JP Morgan carried out its first live blockchain-based collateral settlement transaction involving BlackRock and Barclays. JP Morgan's Ethereum-based Onyx blockchain and the bank's tokenized collateral network, TCN, was used by BlackRock to tokenize shares in one of its money market funds. The tokens were then transferred to Barclays PLC for a collateral in an OTC derivatives trade. Again, this was on the Onyx blockchain, Ethereum-based, tokenized collateral network, TCN, used by BlackRock to tokenize shares, and that was transferred to Barclays for collateral in an OTC trade. The tokenization of traditional assets is a big deal for banks that we know. Tokenization occurred within a matter of minutes between connectivity between the fund's transfer agent and TCN. The transfer between BlackRock and Barclays was near instantaneous and represents a first for BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Barclays, where the shares and MMFs are used as collateral with bilateral derivatives counterparts. This was a lot of fancy words. But all that they're saying is that they took some tokenized shares and gave it as collateral to Barclays. JP Morgan facilitated this. So again, Jamie Dimon could come out, FUD crypto, say Bitcoin's terrible. Crypto's a decentralized Ponzi scheme. It's a pet rock. But uses another blockchain on top of Ethereum to tokenize shares from BlackRock to give to Barclays. All of these institutions, they know what they're doing. BlackRock filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF. It's not coincidental that they're experimenting with blockchain, filing for ETFs. They know something is coming. And they also work closely with the regulators. Crypto is so inevitable. Stop waiting for big institutions like BlackRock, like Citibank, like Barclays, like JP Morgan to tell you it's okay to get into crypto and how you're going to use it. You educate yourself about crypto. You choose whether you want to enter the space and how you want to use the technology. Because these people, they just want to create things that you have no control over and force you into it. So that way you have no way out. They're going to take advantage of this technology while they tell you to stop using it and to never look at it. You see the hypocrisy? One of the few institutions that are actually doing things to stand for something is Fidelity. Guys, Fidelity, whoa, bro. They've been mining Bitcoin since 2014. They're saying that they want to come out with their own ETFs as well. Fidelity stated that Bitcoin is fundamentally different than other cryptocurrencies. Let's see what they're talking about here. They said Bitcoin is a monetary good and an attractive store of value in a progressively digital world, which is, again, Fidelity Digital Assets, which is part of Fidelity Investments. Traditional investors tend to use technology investing framework when analyzing Bitcoin, which leads them to the wrong conclusion that crypto is a first mover tech that will be easily supplanted by a superior one or have lower returns. However, Bitcoin is the first technology breakthrough that was not as a superior payment technology, but a superior form of money. It's fundamentally different than any other asset, and other cryptocurrencies are unlikely to improve on Bitcoin as a monetary good because it is the most secure, decentralized, sound digital money. They said the success of the Bitcoin network is not mutually exclusive with the success of other networks. And according to the report, that Bitcoin return profile is driven by two tailwinds: global growth of the broader digital asset ecosystem and the potential instability of traditional macroeconomic conditions, which is true. They know that Bitcoin is inevitable. Keep in mind that they're saying that it's so fundamentally different that nothing comes close to Bitcoin because it's the most secure, decentralized, sound digital money. They're trying to sound like maximalists because they want to say, okay, Bitcoin is good, but they don't want to take the risk. If you read in between the lines, what they're saying is Bitcoin is great. This is a step up from our current money now. It's a superior form of money because it is decentralized, it's secure. The thing is, they're afraid to talk about other digital currencies. They're saying it's different fundamentally, but how different? We have something like Litecoin. Again, I bring up Litecoin again because it's extremely relevant. Litecoin is more secure than Bitcoin in some ways. Let's be real. It's the longest running blockchain with no downtime for 12 years. Bitcoin can't even say that. Litecoin is faster than Bitcoin is. So you have to think, okay, what they're saying is that they like Bitcoin, but they're scared to say something about anything else. Litecoin and Bitcoin, guys, mark my words. It is going to be so relevant so fast. The only other cryptocurrency that even comes close to Bitcoin is Litecoin. Period. So I just hope y'all know that. Just hope y'all know that. We're talking about buffets. Are we talking about buffets? Buffet is too cheap for Emma? I don't know. Emma loves to eat. What are we talking about here? I need a ring size, carat, clarity. We're talking emerald cut, princess, pair round. We need details. I don't know. Like, you know, I have to see the ring. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, it has to be like, I already have one picked out. I don't even want to show it to you guys because it's like, I feel like I'm just jinxing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Bottom line, guys, we are still extremely early in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Extremely, extremely, extremely early. Where, again, people are talking about Bitcoin now, but in the future, they're going to be talking about Litecoin. They're going to be talking about Digibyte. There's going to be a ton of other coins that they will talk about because of the relevance. Again, people, less than 5% of the world owns Bitcoin. So just imagine when they enter Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin shortages, what's next, what's feasible, what can I use? And then you also got Litecoin right behind it. Ethereum, we already know the fees are too high. Ethereum cannot scale. It has a lot of trouble scaling. It's going to price a lot of people out. We need blockchains that aren't going to price people out, and that's Litecoin. That's Digibyte. And that's also, there's other blockchains that I've minted NFTs on, like Wax Blockchain. Again, not a lot of people on it right now, but it's something that people need. So I'm just throwing this out there for you. Guys, if I didn't say good morning to you, make sure you say good morning to me. We have 118 likes. Can we get 125 for love? For love. And for my engagement. So I don't even know how many people at this point. What? No, that's not true. That's not true. Listen, it can't show up at the door because if I showed it to you, right, it probably already sold because this jeweler only does one of one rings or one of one pieces. So once a piece from this jeweler is made, they never make the same one again, just so you know. So there's one that I have like a screenshot of that gives me like a perception of what I would enjoy. And then I would have to hit this lady up. Like, or whoever I'm with has to hit this lady up in the future and be like, hello, here's the ring that we were looking at, make one. So yeah, my dad knows who she is. My dad knows exactly who I'm talking about. Crypto Allah, hello. Kurt, good morning to you. Conan said, I'm from Ireland, so good evening. Good evening, my friends. Good evening. True. Oh, nice to see you. I talked to you before. Hi, GT. Ronski, good morning. Hype for Ronski. Pump it up for Ronski. David Lee said, congrats on all of my engagements. Thank you so much. Hype for my engagements. Hi, Josh. Good morning. Jesus. Branton E, good morning to you. JBZ, good morning. Conan said pump. All right, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Yay. Hi, Julio. Said OJ and oatmeal. Oh, my God. Let me just tell you, bro. Let me just tell you, Julio. I love orange juice, especially from my supermarket. They make fresh orange juice in the mornings. Sometimes you got to get there early or a little later. It depends on when they make. I had the best orange juice ever. Best orange juice. I won't buy like, you know, these sugary ones anymore that are from the store. I won't buy it. I will only buy like the fresh squeeze one. And I know that might sound like a little bit prissy and stuff, but like I don't trust anything anymore and I'm scared. I have trust issues. I don't trust the food anymore. I don't trust whatever's in like anything anymore. Like I'm reading labels now. It's just very scary and I hate it. So when I know that something's like real, I'll buy it, you know? Youper, good morning to you. Morty, what about Solana? There's no need to talk about Solana. That sheesh barely works. Gucci Khan, thank you for all the gifts before. I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, dude, like, aloha, Joshua. Nice to see you. So yeah, Solana doesn't even work. Like, it's like you're lucky if it's on today. Jay Beezy, nice to see you. I think I said hi to you already. Flat Smack, Lazarus, Yoizer, showing someone's personal diaries is so not good. Yeah, I know that. That's what SBF did to Caroline. You see how that worked out. Crypto Allah, Randy, you can trust me. Okay, thank you, Crypto Allah. M2, do I like clementines? I love clementines. Clementines are fire. Meninja said beer is good. I don't know. I'm under 21, so I can't give you an opinion on that. Renga Apes, fresh squeeze is the best way. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Good morning. Randy knows better than to trust me. I maybe I do. Should I trust Creighton instead? Should I trust Creighton? I don't know. Creighton has been begging me to trust him. He said she's engaged to like 100 people, and she says I'm the one who would get bored. Poof. I have trust issues, Creighton. Should I trust you? I don't know. Do I have any ordinals? No, I don't. I feel like I should, but I don't. I wasn't even sure which one to get. Richard Barry, hello. It's nice to see you. Brian, we can have you eat at Sunday roast restaurants. Ooh. Smiley's in the chat. Ray K, Kirk McIntyre. He said, I'm so glad I'm done with first marriage of my girls as a dad. All you got to say is, are you sure you can afford her? Because she's spoiled. Most will run. That's so funny, Kirk. You're great, dude. You're actually awesome. You guys are so funny. I'm like reading this chat right now. Memory Man is in the chat as well. Nice to see you. Geronimo, good morning. I don't know if I got everyone. Yes, I got Geronimo. There he is. Lux Shampoo. I was talking to before. Mike Volmer. Badman Elite. I think I got everyone. I want to just like give everyone love here. Chris Hanley talking about clementines. I literally want clementines. If they need to say trust me, maybe you should evaluate that. That's actually maybe like a good point. That's maybe a good point. You already trust me about as much as you trust a random internet guy. That's actually true. Yeah. Absolutely. Guys, we have 3 more likes until 125. I know we went through a lot today. We went through Bitcoin price action, bank jugging, which is, again, another new scheme. So if you go to your bank and you pull up to the parking lot with your car, look around, go into the bank, keep watching your car as you're getting your stuff out of the ATM, because what people are doing, they're waiting for you to get outside the bank to either rob you right there and then or slash your tire. So you get in your car, you drive away, your tire dies, so you have to pull over, and that's when they come and they take your money from you. So bank jugging is out there. People are literally so desperate that they're waiting for you to come outside the bank to steal your money. So please make sure you watch out for that. Also, always watch your bank accounts, because there are bank fraud things happening all over the place, security breaches at all of these banks that nobody's talking about. Banks are going insolvent every day that they're still not talking about. Caroline Ellison, the ex-Bain lover of SBF, just decided to go ham, throw him completely under the bus when they were living together. Literally were having a little nerdy life together. JP Morgan, tokenizing stocks and sheesh. And Bitcoin and Fidelity just going off. So listen, guys, we have a lot that we covered today. It was a beautiful show. I really appreciate every single one of you. We have 127 likes, so we did achieve our goals. Got you. Coins check. Better off casino jugging. I would concur with that. I put money in the bank, not take it out. Listen, man. People want their beans. Actually, I yell at her whenever she starts to trust me and ask her what she's thinking. Yeah, listen, I yell at you a lot. You yell at me a lot. That's just the way it works, Creighton. Yoizer, SBF fell off the ugly tree. Oh, no, that's so mean. Yoizer, that's so mean. Listen, guys, I appreciate you so much. This was a great show. If you guys want me... Oh, wait, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I am back tomorrow. I thought... crazy. Ken... let's go Bitcoin. Everyone have a wonderful day. Ken, much love to you. Listen, guys, have a great day. If you haven't yet, smash the like, share the stream out with friends. Comment down below how you feel about Caroline's curls, how you feel about the poll we put up. Emma won by 69. She's at 69%. Who's better, SPF, Caroline, or Emma? 69% of you guys voted for Emma, and that's a beautiful percentage. So we'll close it out there. Again, let's try to get 150 likes. We're almost there. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And make sure that if you haven't yet, you could wait. What? What MCC is bacon. Stay zesty. Peace.